Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen. Today I'm guiding you through Yin Yoga stretches for wrists and forearms. And these stretches are a great way to open up any tension through the forearms, the wrists, the palms, and the fingertips. So let's come into a comfortable seated position and take a moment to fully arrive in mind and body. Taking a breath here, rolling our shoulders up to our ears. And relaxing the shoulders back and down. Lengthening up along the spine, closing our eyes and becoming aware of the tissue through the elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, and fingertips. Just sensing any areas through the forearms, wrists, and palms that feel stuck or sore. And we'll move mindfully through these stretches so that we don't create any inflammation through the wrists and forearms. So let's start by bringing our palms together, interlace our fingers, and we're going to bring some gentle movement to the wrists to warm up the wrists and release any tension or stiffness through the wrists. So you can just make some circles with your wrists, keeping your shoulders relaxed. And again, sensing into this area of the body. So the stretches are only one part of the practice. The other parts of the practice are bringing breath and mind into that part of the body so that we're stretching in a mindful way. Taking a couple more breaths here. Slowing down the movement. And then relaxing. Unwinding your fingertips and placing your palms down by your hips. Your fingertips are pointing towards your knees. Let's inhale and reach down through the palms and wrists until you feel a stretch through the sides of the forearms. And then slide your palms further out away from your hips until you feel a deeper stretch through the outer forearms and into the outer wrists and into the pinky finger. We don't want to overdo this stretch. This is very gentle opening. Breathing here, staying rooted. And then exhale, slide the palms back towards the hips and then a few inches back behind the hips. Breathing here. Rooting down a little bit more through your thumbs and feeling into the inner lines of the forearms. All the way up into the elbows. Taking one more breath. Exhale, relax the shoulders and the arms. Bring your palms in front of you. Interlace your fingers and stretch the palms forward. Relax your shoulders and come back to that nice tall spine. We're bringing another simple movement to the wrists. One wrist lifts up and then the other. Back and forth, moving slowly and mindfully. Starting to loosen up this area of the body. And then we'll bring the right wrist up, left wrist down. Breathing here and noticing again the outer line of the forearm into the bones of the wrist and pinky finger. Taking breaths and then exhale back to center. Now the left wrist reaches up. Breathing into the outer line. Good, and then coming back through center. Exhaling, palms back to the heart, and then stretch your arms open, palms facing down. Relax your shoulders, relax your arms. Curl your thumb in towards your palms, and then take your fingertips over the thumb. Taking a breath here, exhale, let the knuckles reach down towards the earth, stretching through the thumb and the top of the wrist. Taking deep breaths. Your attention is in the wrists and thumb, and then make semicircles with the wrists. Bringing some slow movement, and you can always pause when you feel a sticking point through the tissue. pausing and waiting for the tissue to soften and release. And again, not overdoing the stretch, being nice and gentle. Couple of breaths. And then exhale, release. Bring your palms in front of you now. And we're curling our fingertips towards the palms, and we're taking our thumb over the fingertips, so slightly different. And then drawing the knuckles down towards the ground and breathing here, stretching the tops of the wrists. Finding the sense of relaxation through the shoulders and length through your neck, and then perhaps making some small semicircles. Noticing any sticking points, opening deeper through the top of the forearms. And then let's come back through center. Relax your hands. You can shake out your hands a little bit, shaking it out. And then bring your palms to your heart, prayer mudra, pressing the wrist and the finger pads in towards each other, and then lifting your elbows to the sides of the room. Keep that gentle pressure between the palms and start to feel now into the little bones of the wrists, the carpal bones. And imagine space opening up through the wrists, opening up the passageway of fluids into the palms and fingertips. And then try drawing your fingertips forward. And you're going to come to a stopping point where you're feeling some sticky tissue through the wrists, and pausing there and just allowing that to soften and release in its own time. If you can go further, then go a little bit further, but again, don't force the fingertips down towards the earth. Keeping that gentle pressure, palm connected to palm. Feeling into the ulnar line, the inner forearm to the elbow, or the outer forearm to the elbow, and then bringing your palms back to center. And let's draw the fingertips now towards the heart. Finding a spot that's right for you, bringing body, mind, and breath into one point of focus. And then exhale and relax. And let's roll the wrists a few times. And we'll stretch through the forearms a little bit more by stretching the right palm forward, and then take a hold of your ring finger and your middle finger and very gently draw the fingers down and back towards the chest. Okay, not stretching too deeply, but working with your breath and your awareness into the tissue line. And then see if you can reach your wrist slightly forward, breathing and feeling into the forearms, all the way up towards the elbow crease. Good, and then relax that, and we'll switch sides. Drawing the fingers slightly down and in, drawing the wrist forward, taking a breath. Opening up more space through the tendons. And then exhale and relax. And now we'll take a deeper stretch through the forearm and wrists. We'll come onto hands and knees. And let's bring our fingertips towards the body. Placing the wrist to the ground. You want to feel all 10 finger pads rooted. And again, not overstretching. So you'll have to work mindfully into the wrist, how much pressure you're placing down into the wrist. This shouldn't feel painful, it should feel good. Taking deep breaths into the wrists. And pausing and waiting for the tissue to begin to unwind. Relaxing through the body. And if you feel that you can deepen the stretch a little bit, then start to draw your hips back towards your heels. And breath by breath, you're lifting the wrists up off of the ground. Again, be mindful here. Be gentle. Taking a couple more breaths. Lengthen up through the heart. And then let's exhale, relax, moving very slowly. Let's place the tops of the palms to the ground. And your fingertips can point in towards each other. Just bringing a little bit of pressure to the tops of the wrists, giving a counter stretch to the hands. If it feels okay, you can draw the fingertips towards the body. This will be a little bit more intense. And breathing here. Good, and then let's relax that, and we'll come back to a seated position. And just take a moment and let that opening settle. Taking a few breaths. Perhaps feeling some fluid moving down through the forearms into the palms. And we'll take one more deep stretch before we finish up. So we'll take both palms in front of us. Let's take our right arm on top of the left. So you're crossing forearm on top of forearm, and then we're interlacing our fingers together. And we're drawing the knuckles towards the heart. And for some of us, this might be where we stop. We might be already feeling a deep stretch here. Relax the shoulders. If you can go a little bit further, thread the knuckles through and forward. And again, take this nice and slow. Some people might stop here. And only if it feels right for your body, stretching the forearms long. This is quite a deep stretch. Breathing here, relax. This stretch helped me so much when I was dealing with carpal tunnel. And I recommend only taking this stretch when there's no inflammation in the arms and the palms. So if you're just feeling tight through the wrists and forearms, but if you have active inflammation, then avoid this until that inflammation passes. We'll take one more breath here. Attention into the forearms and wrists, and then bringing the knuckles back to the heart, unwinding the arms. Stretch your palms forward. We're going to keep the right arm on top of the left, but we're changing the interlacing of our fingers. So now the opposite pinky finger is on top. And then we're coming to the same side, same exercise. You can stop wherever you feel a little bit of stretch and just wait there until the tissue softens. No force. Just breath and awareness. And then we'll bring the palms back, stretch that open, and now we're switching sides. So now we're bringing left forearm on top of the right, interlacing our fingers, and drawing the knuckles to the heart, threading the arms, and pausing where we need to pause. Breathing here. And as you're breathing here, connected to what you're feeling in your body, noticing any emotional currents through the tissue, any emotions stuck in the forearms, wrists, palms. Listening to your body. And as you feel the tissue start to release, not overstretching, we're going to come back through center. And we're simply switching by changing the interlacing of our fingers. And then again, relax and breathe. Releasing tension from the nerve lines in the arms, helping to rejuvenate sore forearm muscles and opening up the passage of fluids through the arms into the palms and the fingertips. And then as you finish that last stretch, take some time with your palms at rest. So take some space today after these stretches. Don't go back to the computer right away. Just take some time, let the arms relax. And having a wonderful day. I hope these stretches help. Namaste. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you again.